find out.
X-band, K-band, Ka-band, laser.
I have the jump starter if you need. We will could be as early as next Friday, but I'm thinking it's going to be the following Monday, a week from yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be. Yes, I do. Yep.